winter movements, some of them. The things we work on are on our bone density and on our kidneys. Our water system is, the kidney is one of the main organs, although it also is composed of your immune system, and the lobes of your brain are part of your water system too, so it's going to help all that. And so what we're going to do is when we start, we first want to set our mind toward our practice. So we're entering the dojo, we're breathing out, in, taking some energy, relax, breathe out, let it spiral through you. Breathe in, gather some yin energy, bring it up, get some yang energy, pull it down. So we're stirring them. Breathe in, it's called pulling down the heavens. Breathe out. And then we do a few movements to get our body kind of relaxed and warmed up so the other movements get in more. So the first one we do is called Shake the 9 Gates. So you start by shaking your hands. We're trying to get blood and energy to go to our extremities and just warm up our internal organs. They're sluggish from sleeping. You're going to continue to shake your hands, but you're doing that by shaking your body. You're lifting your rib cage, letting that go, causing little shock waves to go through our body to warm things up. And now we're going to turn from side to side, trying to get a little warmth in our internal organs. And now you want your neck to follow your shoulder, so we're warming up our neck, also letting more brain, waking up our brain and letting blood get in there. Just really relaxed. All right, and then bring your hands up and throw them out. Hold your hands out, and you're just going to breathe. Focus on feeling what you're feeling in your hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're breathing with your abdomen, not your chest. Breathe in. Abdomen goes out. Breathe out. One more. You should be doing abdominal breathing all day long, even when you're not practicing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so the second one is we're working on warming up our internal organs, so we're just turning side to side. This is moving, massaging our internal organs, the whole middle, because we're turning at the waist, just lightly. And also our chin, once again, is following our shoulders to warm up our neck. And then you want to warm up your brain too by looking as far behind you as you can. Have your eyes go to the corner of your eyes and look. Your hands are just loose, but they're hitting just below the ribs. There's liver 14 stimulating some of the meridians. A few more. Okay, and now we're going to try to get our spine going side to side. So with these, if you have any kind of spinal problems, be a little careful, but we're going to circle, and you're going to come around, and this hand goes down the seam of your pants, and this one just goes over. And right now, the first couple, we're just relaxing. We're trying to stretch this, and here we're squeezing the internal organs to warm them up. And we're going to come back, little circle, we'll do 2 circles, bigger circle, and our hands come over, lean, breathe out, just relax into it. Circle, circle, lean. Now this time you can turn your head and look at the floor, trying to get our neck warmed up. 1, 2, lean. 1, 2, lean. So this time after you lean, then you can reach and touch your knee to get a little more stretching in the back. One more. 1, 2, 3. Lean, relax, look at the floor, and then touch your knee and look behind. Okay. All right. So first we're going to work on the kidneys. So of course one of the ways we're trying to wake up our kidneys, get warmth and energy to go there. So direct stimulation is of course the easiest way. You never want to touch your kidneys. You want your kidneys warm. So like you never want to lie on a concrete floor, or what we're doing here is we're rubbing our hands together until they get nice and warm. Then you're going to put them on your kidneys. We're just going to massage our kidneys. Go up the spine, make little circles, and you want to be pushing. We're trying to stimulate the kidneys and not just rub our skin. So you're pushing a little bit. Just do a few. Do 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just getting heat and stimulation, getting fluids to move through our kidney system. Now you can make fists, and we're going to just massage. Start at the spine. Make little circles. Go out to the waist. Come back in. Okay, so we'll do 3 sets of those. Okay, so that's one way to work on your kidneys, is directly massage them. The next way is we're going to push against them, use our body. So you're going to open up, going to breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you bring your fist in and you round your back. So we're going to breathe in and we're going to push against the kidneys. Open everything up, pull your shoulder blades back together. Now you're stretching across your chest, opening up your chest and massaging your heart at the same time. Then breathe out, come back, go down. So when we're doing this, we're coming up, arching your back. When we do this, we don't do this, bend, because we're trying to work on the kidneys. So when you go do this, you compress. You're compressing the body, so you're pushing against the kidneys. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Do a couple more, we'll do 3 more. Breathe in, open everything up, open up the chest, breathe out. So this is actually working the upper body but it's focused on the kidneys. But like I said, you're doing the heart, trying to get a little flexibility in your rib cage. Breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. So this is squeezing, pushing against our kidneys this way. The other way we do it is by twisting. So what we do is you put one hand on the kidney, the other hand comes up in front of your heart, and you're going to turn, and you're going to see, and you're going to, if you, like I said, if you have spinal problems, be careful, but you try to turn like you're trying to push against a wall behind you, and you're twisting your head too to work your neck. So breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so also when you're doing this, I'll do it this way. So you're breathing in, hand on your kidney if you can. Breathe out, you're twisting and looking behind and pushing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so we're going to do one more thing for the kidneys here, which is each organ in Qigong, each organ has a sound, and you make that sound, you try to make that that organ vibrate to get out stale energy, release stale energy. And so for the kidney, it's chew. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to go chew. 2, 2. Do one more. 2. Okay, so that was trying to get some movement and fluids through our kidneys. The next thing we're going to work on, which is during the winter, is we're trying to make a basis for the next year, a strong base. So what we need is a strong bones, and so during the winter you should work on your bone density all year long, but we focus on it during the winter. So one way we do it is called bone tapping. You can tap with your hand. What we also do is you can take a sock and put mung beans in. If you can't find mung beans, lentil beans work okay, but mung beans are medicinal, and what you can do is you can tap yourself with the sock. Since you probably don't have socks, I'll use my hand. Forgot to tell you to bring them to class today. Okay, so what we're going to do is you start with the fingertips. There's a lot of meridians there. You're trying to cause slight fluctuations in your bone, which tells your body your bones are stressed, and they build up your body, start building up your bones. But at the same time, because we're also tapping meridians. That's kind of bringing energy and blood to that area. So you want to start with your fingernails, because a lot of the meridians start or end there. So we'll just do 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're coming up the back of your arm. This is the way, kind of call it the natural way that energy flows through your body, goes down. When you get to your armpits, you want to massage because there's lymph glands there. You want fluids to move through your lymph glands. Turn your hand over. Come down the top, the front of your arm. When we get to the top, we have to do the other arm. So back of the arm, you're going from the back, the finger nails down the back of the arm. Massage your lymph glands. It's very important. Okay, so we'll do 2 sets of these. We're also going to do the legs. So like I said, these are the round bones. They also create red blood cells, but we're trying to get the body to think they need to be strengthened. That's called Wolf's Law. Also, when you get here, you can make a bird's beak. So when you come down to the front, you can more like you're pecking at the flat bones. They create the white blood cells. So this is your immune system here. Want to get the lymph glands, have to be physically activated. And then once again, stressing the bones. Get here, make your bird's beak, peck at the flat bones. Go down to your solar plexus, come over, massage your lymph glands. We're going to do one more set. Up. So one of the ways that the energy moves through your body is yang energy moves like down your back. And if you're standing in the sunlight, and the yin energy flows up the front. So we're going to do a few more things. So we're going to make a fist. We're just going to do a little bit of energy washing. So we'll do this one. Start here. Throw the energy down. So you're hitting here. Just get the energy moving through your body. 4, we'll do 5, and now you're going to make a fist. You're going to put it next to your navel. You're making a circle around your navel. You want to come up, make sure it's coming up on the right side, going across, down, and underneath the navel. So that's the way the food flows through your intestines. So you're trying to work on your stomach. You're getting your digestion better. So up the right side, you're making a fist and pushing it in, because you want to be massaging those internal organs, just not rubbing the skin. So 3, 4, and then up the right, across, down, under. So that's your stomach. We're going to do the kidneys again. So heat your hands. So just make 5 circles. 2, 3, 5. Okay, so now we're down. You're going to tap the bones in the legs. These are actually important because you can, these are the biggest bones in your body. So you want to stress them to let your body know that it needs to build the bone density. So you make light fist and you can just hit the heads of your femur. So if you want, you can just stay there hitting. That's the most important part. But then what we're going to do is we're going to go down the back. We're going to go, remember, as we go down, energy, the yang energy flows down the back. So we're going to hit the backs as we go down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you can reach, you can stop. If you have blood pressure problems, just stop at your knees. Otherwise, you can go down to your feet, hit your feet, and then come up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then when you get here, you want to massage these. That's your lymph glands. Also, you want to get your stale fluids out of your legs. Okay, so here we go. We'll just do 3 sets. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember, if you have blood pressure problems, stop at your knees. You never want your head to go below your sternum. Otherwise, when you stand up, you might get dizzy. 1, 2, 3. Do one more set. So hitting the heads of the femurs. 1, 2, 3. Back of the legs. Now we're going to finish off the energy washing. We're just going to rub, massage. Once again, you can stop at the knees if you have blood pressure problems, high or low blood pressure. When you get to the knees, you want to give them a little extra love. There's a lot of meridians there. Massage, reach down, rub the toes, rub the feet. When you're sitting, if you can, you want to be rubbing your feet. That's the meridians go there. There's a lot of meridians that'll stimulate energy flow through your body and the organs associated with them. Give a little extra love to your knee. Come down, back up, up. Okay, so that's one way you work on your bone density, is by tapping, bone tapping. Another way, remember like when you run or something, it's making stress on your body. So, but that can be bad on your knees. But there's one way you can do it. So you want to send shock waves through your body. When you run, there's something called King drops his body. So what you do is you just stand here, breathe in, you go forward, you lift your heels, you're going up, you're not leaning forward, you're going up, and then you just drop. So if you have knee problems, don't do this one. But you're just coming up, breathe in, and then breathe out. You just drop down on your heels. You're trying to send shock waves through your body, and that tells your body that you're being stressed, and so it tries to build up your bone density to protect you. 3. And one more. Up and then drop down. All right. But there's another way, if you have bad knees, there's another way you can stress your bones, especially, it's called holding position. So what you do is you have your feet about 1.5 shoulder widths apart, your back straight, and what you're doing is just bending your knees. If you can have your toes forward and you bend your knees, you always bend your knees in the direction of your toes. That's best. If you have a little bit of problem, you can bring your feet in, have them 45. But now when you bend your knees, you want to make sure they go 45. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to lower, our back stays straight. We lower our hips until we feel the large muscles in our body, in our legs, engage. And so what's that doing now? That's putting pressure on the femur. It's making a micro bend. And then that sends out piezoelectric signals to our body saying, hey, I'm being stressed. And so your body then once again starts building up. These things build up your bone density, but you have to do them for a year. Remember, we spend our whole life losing our bone density. You can't like do it for one lesson and expect to see changes. But if you do them every day for a little while, a lot of our students have gone to the doctor. One student went and the doctor had to do it twice because their bone density has gotten so much better over a year. Anyway, so right now we're holding position. This has two things, so we're stressing. See, so our back stays straight. We lean. You should feel the muscles being engaged. We'll do this one. We bring our hands in front of our heart. And now you hold. We'll hold for 1 minute. So you're just going to breathe in. You want to hold. If you're several times a day, say for 3-4 times a day, 5 times a day for like a minute. But then you want to build up so it gets a little more. So then maybe do 2 or 3 times a day, but say for 3 minutes. All right, here we go. So I'll do the counting. I'll count internally, but you're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. We'll do 9 breaths. So you're breathing with your abdomen goes out, breathe out, pull and let the abdomen relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other things you can do here, when you breathe in, your tongue goes to the top of your mouth and your eyes go up. Breathe out, they drop down. You're trying to mentally help pump energy up your spine to your brain. And then when it gets to the brain, you breathe out, it drops down the front of your body and goes back down to your abdomen. Breathe in. Breathe out. The rest of your body should be relaxed except for those muscles that are holding you up. Breathe in, eyes up, tongue out. Breathe out. Okay, so the other thing you can do, we'll do 2 more. Breathe in. You visualize energy flowing up from your perineum up your back, over the top of your back to your tongue that's up, and then you breathe out, the tongue drops down and the energy flows down the front of your body. One last one with the energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so there's several ways you can build your bone density: bone tapping, dropping down, sending shock waves through your body, or holding position. Okay. What we're going to do now is, it's the water season, and the other way we stay healthy is by being relaxed. So we're just going to do a couple of breathing movements. The first one is going to review, if you've been coming to our Tai Chi lessons, remember the main movement of Tai Chi is hips, waist, hands, hip, waist, hands. So we're going to do a movement today where we're like scooping water, coming up, pouring the water. So we're gathering, cooling water bringing up, splashing it onto our brain to cool our brains off. But we're using our Tai Chi principle, so we'll just do quickly. We're here, when our hands in front of our navel, when we go across. So we'll do a 3-step, so our hands here. So we're going to post, that means hip, knee, and ankle are straight, so you don't want to torque this. Now when you get here, now your lower body's a mountain. So that's 1, and then 2, you turn your waist, and see, so now I'm facing toward the corner. Now 3, you're going to lift up your hand to the level of your nose, and then you're going to, that's 3. So now we're going to do 1, we're going to do posting, 2, turning the waist, 3, drop our hands down, 1, go across, 2, waist, 3, hand, 1, feet, 2, waist, 3, hands. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so the reason I'm having trouble is because I'm going to teach you the next way, which is easier, which is when you do the post, that's when you switch, so it's a 4 count. So you're 1, you go across 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we come down and post, and then we turn our waist. So it's feet, and your hand comes up, and then you waist, and you turn. So we're doing a 4 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now you've got it. You're doing the form, but it's a Tai Chi form, which means it's water. So water doesn't move like that. So now that we have it, we're twisting, coming up. So we turn. We want to never stop. So we'll do it really slowly, which is the Tai Chi way. So we're coming up. So 1, we're switching, 2, we're going back. Just as you turn your waist, when you just get to the point where you're going to stop, you twist and come back. So you're just feeling the energy flow through, but you're doing your Tai Chi because you're keeping your hand. My hand is always in front of my center. See last week's lesson? And you're coming down, and then when you get here, your hands follow your feet. So they're going this way. My hands are turning because my waist is turning. My hands are change directions because my hips switch direction. Feet, waist, feet, waist, feet, waist. We'll just do 3. You're breathing in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now the challenge, now just do it on the other side. So you're here, you're coming over. We'll just do 3, you can practice it later. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, scoop cooling water, bring it to your brain, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. See, my hand's always staying in front of my center line. Okay, so that's reeling silk. You've got a big machine where you're reeling silk off the cocoons. All right, finally, it's half past. We'll just do one quick one, which is easier and more relaxing because that might have been stressful because that was actually fairly complicated. So it's called Pebble in a Pond. So what you're doing is your feet are straight. You're going up and down. You're kind of like expanding and contracting. So you're not raising and lowering your body a bit, but you're here. Your hands are out here. You're on a pond, the water on a pond, and somebody dropped a pebble. It's called Pebble in a Pond. The ripples expand, so you kind of open up. You get out here, and then you pull that positive energy in to your internal organs, and then as you breathe out, you push out any stale energy. So you're just breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in, you open up your chest. So we're massaging the heart a bit, breathe out. Pull your shoulder blades together a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. So this is actually just a relaxation. You're trying to remove anxiety from your life by just breathing and moving, pumping energy through your body. So just do 5 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just very relaxing. Breathe in. Your hands are maximum here. Breathe out. If you look from the side, breathe in. So we're here. Breathe in. So your hands are maximum here, and then they pull into the energy into your internal organs. Then you breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, plus right now you can do all the usual things we do during meditation. Breathe in, your eyes can go up, your tongue goes up the top of your mouth. Breathe out, they drop down, let the energy flow through your body. Breathe in. Pond ripples out, energy flows into your body. Breathe out, push out the stale energy. Do one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, then at the end we come together. Now we're going to leave the practice room, so we do the same thing, walk through the same door, which is pull down the heavens. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then body mind. Okay, you did something good for your body and your mind. That's why you clap for yourself. Okay, we're going to have a question and answer period here. So in the meantime, while we're waiting, I want to say you can watch these. You can go to our site, qolnow.com. That's Jake, and you can go there and you can watch this. If you go to the Sunday review page, you can watch this in the last Sunday's lesson, so you can review this lesson for 2 weeks. If you want to give a donation, there's a donation page. We appreciate donations. We try to, right now we've had to, due to certain things with Eventbrite, we kind of had to start putting at least some paid things. So if you paid for the lesson today, thank you very much. But we don't want to turn people away if they don't have money, so we also had a free ticket too. But if you want to support us on a regular basis, you can go and either make a donation or you can become a member. It's only $4 a week to be a member. Anything else? Okay, I guess we'll see if there's any questions.
No questions yet.
Okay, so the other thing is, once again, I wanted to remind you, if you looked at today's email, you'll see that Lynn, one of my fellow teachers, is giving a workshop on bone density strengthening. If you do the bone density, like I said, you should do it regularly, like over at least a year before you notice it, because you're not going to tap yourself once and it's like, wow, I'm super person, right? Okay, anyway, so are there any questions?
Yeah, so someone asked, may I know how many times you recommend to do bone density exercise, such as the stand up using your toe and then heel down?
How many times should I do the density exercises? The one where King drops his body seemed like you were talking about that one. If you do that, okay, this assumes that if you have knee problems, you shouldn't do it because you're making a little bit, your knees are loose. You don't want to have your knees locked because otherwise you're putting a lot of pressure on your knees. So your knees are relaxed when you drop down, but there's still a slight shock that goes through it. I would do it at least like 9. I usually do things, often you do things like 9, 18, or 36 times, or 108 times. When I do that, I usually do it like 9 times, but you can do it, say 3 times during the day. You want to make you want to do what we call coffee break qigong. So if you can't make yourself like do qigong for an hour a day, what you do is you pick out maybe 3 times a day, 3-4 times a day. You pick out one movement. Let's say you're working on your bone density, and you just do that for a few minutes, 3 minutes. You do your bone tapping, dropping down, and once again, like I said, you can I put a couple of cups of mung beans in here, and then instead of using my hand, you can tap, and then you can even do that when you're talking on the telephone. You can be like talking and building up your bone density while you're talking. One of my teachers says he doesn't do bone density, but he said when he talks on the phone, we do something called Tai Chi walking. So whenever he's on the phone, he's always doing his Tai Chi steps, because it has to become part of you. So it's the same thing with this. While you're doing something else, you can be like talking on the phone. You can be doing your bone tapping while you're doing that. So several times a day, 3 minutes, or if you're just doing that one, you can do 5 or 18, or sorry, 9 or 18. Okay, any other questions?
Do you think people with osteoporosis shouldn't do the bone tapping?
Okay, so do I think people with osteoporosis should not do the bone tapping? Okay, my understanding is it helps build, but if you already it's obviously the time to do it is before or constantly younger, before you have a bad problem. You can still do bone tapping, but you should do it very lightly, because you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to, so you're not, hitting, but if you're just lightly tapping, you're just trying to let your body know that it needs to be, it needs to be building up your bone density. You could look it up. I don't know how bad your osteoporosis is, so you could talk to, if you have a medical, like your doctor, or if you have a trainer or something, or a PT person that's helping you, you should ask them, in case, if you have a very advanced case, obviously you don't want to be doing things. If it's just starting and you're lightly tapping yourself, it seems like it shouldn't be a problem. But you should actually have to work with your local people. Since I can't see you, we do have some people in our classes that have that, and they tap, but like I said, they do it very, very lightly. You're not trying to accelerate the thing by hitting yourself really hard. But once again, if you have any kind of condition already, for the movements, you can ask the doctor, or if you have a local qigong or Tai Chi teacher, you can ask them about it.
Do you know anything for IBS?
What's IBS again? Into bowel.
The bowel syndrome?
Yeah, the bowel syndrome, yeah. We do have, I did make a targeted workshop which is on our